Today, we're diving into something that I have never seen before. Two TikTok shop sellers, both selling the same product at the same time and both making over $3 million in the last 30 days. People are going crazy over these neck and back massagers. They're currently the top selling products on TikTok Shop right now. Looking at the numbers, we can see that this TikTok Shop seller has done $3.8 million in the last 30 days. Now, if we look at the second TikTok Shop seller, we can see that they have done $3.2 million in the last 30 days. If we look at the first TikTok Shop seller for a minute, we can see that in the last 90 days, they have actually done $10 million in sales, while the other TikTok Shop seller has only done $5 million in sales. And so what that tells me is that this TikTok Shop seller was one of the first ones in the market with their neck and back massager. And it looks like this TikTok Shop seller just came along and saw the trend and decided to roll out their own neck and back massager to really capture some of the hype that was taking place with this main neck and back massager. And so I wanted to go over some of the insights that I've gathered from reviewing both of these products, because this is the first time ever that I have seen two of the same products selling and doing this much volume at the same time. I have never seen this before. And so I wanted to go over some of the key components that I see that have contributed to this. First is the product. If you look through the videos from either of the TikTok shop sellers, you can see a lot of different demonstrations showing off the product being used. And if we see this demonstration, you can see that clearly the product works, right? There's no doubt about it. And so it's common that people have neck and back pain and discomfort. And so having a portable option, obviously pretty appealing to a lot of people. And so I think that's one of the main reasons. And second is the price point. It's at a pretty affordable price point. The first product, which was one of the first ones to go viral, their price point is $37, while the second product that just came along to ride the trend and the hype, they decided to roll out their product at a much lower price point of $29. But at the end of the day, they both solve the same problems, which is again helping with back discomfort and back pain. One just happens to be more expensive than the other, but they both do the exact same thing. Ideally, in order to get these kind of numbers, you need to have a product that works and people have to like the product. Otherwise, it's very difficult to go this viral and get this much traction and sell this much in this short time period. And so that's one of the first things that I wanted to go over. The next thing I wanted to cover is their TikTok shop listings. If we go to the first TikTok shop listing, you can see that they have very well put together TikTok shop listings. The first image from the first listing is this image here that says Merry Christmas. And then if you keep scrolling, it shows you what's included in the products. Here it shows you how it can be used and how you can charge it in your car on the go. Here it shows you all the different options that it has available, and how it does like these deep kneading massages, relieves muscle soreness, really going over the ownership benefits of the product. And then here it shows you all the different use cases for the product, right? And so overall, they have perfect product images that really sell you on the product, right? Their title is really well put together. They have plenty of reviews. They have 31,000 reviews, which is just crazy. And then they also have more lifestyle images, ownership benefit images that you can look through on their TikTok shop listing. Looking at the second product, for them, they're starting off with this initial image saying, hey, this is the #1 best-selling massager. And then if you keep scrolling through, you can see that they show all the different variations that they have available. They show how it's the perfect gift for any time and for anyone. And then it shows you, again, different use cases, how you can use it in the car, in the office, at home, anywhere. It shows you all the different modes here. And then again, they also have a pretty good title. They also have 35,000 reviews, which is just crazy. And so both of these TikTok shop listings have really well put together structures. They have really good images, titles. And so obviously this is one of the components that plays a big role. Now, when it comes to the next component, which is creator sourcing, I'm fairly confident that one of the main ways that they were able to onboard all the different affiliates that they have is by doing outreach, right? Reaching out to different TikTok shop affiliates and then sending them out products in exchange for videos. And then also what we see is that whenever a product goes viral, you don't even have to do outreach. Basically, creators just start reaching out to you to get the product to promote it, because it's very easy for TikTok shop affiliates to generate sales for products that are already going viral, right? And so when it comes to creator sourcing, this is how I believe that they went about it. Moving on to the next component, content creation. So I took the time to review some of the content that was created by both of the TikTok shop sellers, and these are just some common things that I saw between the two. So first thing is first, I saw that both of them have content created around different demonstrations around the product in use. Next is I saw that they both had videos doing these comparisons where the creator would go into a Walmart or a Costco and they would compare the pricing versus other options in the store, and they would be more expensive and they wouldn't work as well. And so obviously that's going to lead more people to be attracted to take advantage of the product on TikTok. Next is I saw that both of them had videos that were made in Spanish to attract the Spanish community, which the Spanish community community on TikTok is huge. And then last but not least, I saw that both of them had videos that were made repurposing previous top performing hooks from past products that were viral on TikTok, right? These are just a couple things that I saw that were very similar between the two. Now, moving on, some insane stats that I kind of gathered from both of the TikTok shop sellers. So for the first TikTok shop seller, they generated $3.7 million from affiliates, right? So majority of the revenue came from not like them pushing their own product through like their own, TikTok accounts. It's like it all came from affiliates. Next is they generated $3.7 million all from one single product, which you don't really see that often. In past videos that I've made, I've gone over different brands on TikTok Shop, but they were making majority of the revenue from a variety of different products, right? Not all from one product. And so that obviously stands out here. Next is they generated $632,000 in revenue from one single affiliate. So as you can see here, this is their biggest affiliate in the last 30 days, generated $650,000. The next insane stat is they had $623,000 that was generated from one single video. So if you go down here, you can see that one video was responsible for $640,000, which is just crazy. Moving on, you can see that they had $33,000 that came from 1 2-hour live stream, right? So obviously live streams play a big role here. You can see that. Next is they generated $1.4 million in sales from their top 5 affiliates combined. So typically, most of the time you're going to see the 80-20 rule where majority of the revenue does typically come from the top affiliates. And so again, if you just add up the revenue that has came from just the top 5 affiliates, obviously it makes up for majority of the revenue, right? Moving on, the last insane stat from seller number 1 is that majority of their affiliates are micro creators with accounts that have less than 70,000 followers. So if you look at their creators, you can see that the smallest account has 6.4 thousand followers and their largest account here has 69,000 followers. And so those are some of the main insane stats that I gathered from seller number 1. Now moving on to the insane stats from seller number 2. First thing is they also generated $3.4 million all from affiliates. From that $3.4 million, it all came from one single product as well. They had one single affiliate that generated over $337,000 in revenue. As you can see here, it was this affiliate here. Moving on, they had $111,000 that came from one single creator video. So if we go, this video here absolutely crushed it. Next is they generated $193,000 from 1 2-hour live stream. So if we go down and we just look at their live streams, you can see right here, this individual live stream, which was a Black Friday live stream, generated $193,000 in a single live. It actually ran for quite a long time, but again, it's pretty impressive to see that. The last insane stat for TikTok shop seller number 2 is that they also worked with micro creators. This is actually a typo here. So did work with a couple creators that were a little bit larger. So for example, they had this creator here that had 300,000 followers and then this one here that had 200,000 followers, but they also worked with micro creators. Like this creator here had only 5,000 followers and generated more than some of the larger creators, right? Those are some of the insane stats that I was able to pull from both of the TikTok shop sellers. Now, moving on, last but not least, what also stands about both of the sellers is that you can see that they're also playing the volume game when it comes to the amount of creators that they actually work with. TikTok shop seller number 1 worked with over 1,500 creators in the last 30 days. TikTok shop seller number 2 worked with over 2,700 creators in the last 30 days. So of course, there is that volume aspect that came into play. They're not just looking to work with a couple of creators, they're obviously working with as many creators as they can. Now, moving on, I want to go over their TikTok live insights. So one of the notable insights that I've gathered is that once a product goes viral on TikTok, a lot of people have questions about the product. They want to see it in use. They want to ask different questions. They want to see if the videos that they're seeing about these products, if they're actually true and if the product actually works. And so once a product goes viral, you'll notice that you'll see an uptick in the amount of people that start attending live streams for those products that are viral. And so one of the things that I noticed from TikTok shop seller number 2 is that they didn't focus as much on actual videos that were created for their product. If we look at the breakdown of where the revenue came from both sellers, if we look at TikTok seller number 1, we can see that they generated majority of their revenue from actual videos that were posted about their product. Live revenue was significantly less than the revenue that came from the actual videos that were posted. If we look at TikTok seller number 2, they came in again behind the trend from the first TikTok shop seller with their neck and back massager. They rolled out their own neck and back massager and they focused specifically on live revenue because they knew that people were already interested in the live neck and back massager. And so they knew that live streams would crush because again, ideally, once a product goes viral, almost all the time, you're going to notice that more and more people have questions about the product. They want to know more about it. And so they're going to be joining more live sessions that are about product that is that one that went viral or a similar product. And so in this case, they doubled down on live streaming and you can see that they generated generated majority of their revenue from live streams, 2.3 million in sales, compared to the $900,000 that came from the actual videos that were posted about them. I thought this was super interesting. This is also a trend that we're seeing on the back end across many different brands. And so the flow and order that we're basically recommending for all the brands that we work with is starting off first, posting different videos and looking to get videos to go viral to really push the product. And then once videos start going viral and really promoting the products, then focusing on live streams after, because clearly this works, right? And so those are just some of the insights that I kind of picked up. What happened with TikTok Shop Seller number 2 and how they leveraged the trend and really live streams to kind of capitalize on really the virality of the first TikTok Shop Sellers neck and back massager. And so those are the main insights that I wanted to kind of go over when it comes to actual content creation. Now, the last component here is that how both TikTok Shop Sellers are achieving scale is with paid ads, right? So if you look at TikTok Shop Seller number 1 and you look at their videos, you can see that a good portion of their videos here that says ad at the top left corner, that's a video that's being also promoted with paid ads. And so you can see very clearly that TikTok Shop Seller number 1, they're promoting all their or majority of their top selling videos with paid ads. And if you look at TikTok Shop Seller number 2, you can see that they're also taking their top videos that are selling the most and they're also pushing them with paid ads, right? When it comes to scale, obviously most of the TikTok Shop Sellers that are doing this kind of volume, it's because of also paid ads as well. And so ideally, the main takeaways here as to, how this was all possible, I think that, again, just to kind of recap, the product played a very big role, right? It's not possible to do these kind of numbers unless you have a product that actually works. 2, I think that, also the time of the year played a very big role here. Like, this product does actually make a really good gift. Like, I don't really see anybody that would be upset at receiving a at-home and portable neck and back massager, right? I think that also played a very big role. And then 3, I just thought that overall, the way that TikTok Shop Seller number 2 came in and just rode this trend was just absolutely masterclass. If you look at Google Trends, you can see that clearly the interest and demand has picked up for the neck and back massager. And then if you pair that with the fact that specifically TikTok has been the main platform to really have a lot of the interest being shown in the neck and back massager, well, that sets up the perfect recipe for a second seller to come in with a similar product and then just clean up. Their approach of just coming in with a similar product at a cheaper price point, I think played a big role into how they capitalize on this trend. And I think also the fact that they focus on live streams where majority of the people that already have seen the other videos are going to go to make the decision to buy, I think also played a big role into how they specifically saw success with their TikTok Shop product. And so overall, those are some of the main insights that I wanted to cover. Now, obviously there is still uncertainty around TikTok and whether it's going to be around coming into 2025, right? And so because of that, one of the things that we have started to do is for all the brands that we work with, we started to kind of plan out how we can leverage these strategies across other social channels just in case, right? Because there is that uncertainty. And so we'll know for sure going into 2025 whether TikTok is going to be around or not. But regardless, these same strategies will work across other social channels because all this attention that's currently on TikTok, it's not just going to disappear, it's going to go somewhere else. And so if you're an e-commerce business and you're looking to get help leveraging some of these same strategies, down below this video, there's going to be a link in the description where you can actually book in a call with me and my team. On that call, we'll get to know more about you and your business. And then from there, we can put together an action plan going over how we can help. That's pretty much it for this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed, I would appreciate if you dropped a like on the video. If you guys have any questions about anything that I covered in today's video, drop it down in the comments below. And then of course, if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.